It's the weekend here at Muscle in the Morning, and I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, June 29th, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. If you follow the news at all, it feels like every other day there's a news story about how we managed to piss off some new foreign country. So I hope for that sake we don't find a way to get on the bad side of Roelly Winklaar. This week, Roelly and his crew released an official 11-week out update photo that shows the big guy looking as crazy as ever. For the most part, it's been a relatively quiet year for the perennial top 6 Olympia threat, despite the fact that he's coming off what statistically might have been the best season of his career. But if this little sneak peek is any indicator of what's coming down the road, it's guaranteed that he's going to cause some major problems for the competition heading down the backstretch of the Olympia schedule. To paraphrase the infamous Tony Robbins, if you want to see massive change in your life, then you've got to be willing to take massive action. And for where I'm sitting, second-year classic physique star Kevin Ford looks like he's doing just that. The latest updates coming out of Team Ford show the sophomore sensation looking lean and mean 13 weeks out from the next date circled on his 2018 season calendar. Back at the start of the year, Ford put together the most complete look we've ever seen with a well-deserved top 5 finish at the Arnold against some of the most talented guys in the division. And considering the fact that he's already on pace to blow past that look he had in March, hopefully he can show up and deliver a knockout shot that'll help to solidify his place as one of the true up-and-comers in the division. They say you should never underestimate the heart of a champion. But right now, I hope for their sake that all the champions out there aren't underestimating Logan Franklin. In case you haven't heard recently, Franklin and his team announced that they were officially starting contest prep for their first shot at the Classic Physique division, where the perennial men's physique Olympian will look to become the first athlete in history to become dual qualified to compete in both divisions on the Olympia stage. From what we've heard, Franklin and his team are still planning to compete as a men's physique competitor at this year's Olympia weekend. But a win and a qualification for the Classic division would elevate this guy into some sort of weird hybrid super athlete who could end up being one of the most captivating stories of the entire weekend. The great George Foreman once famously said, "Generally, when you see smoke, there's just a whole lot more smoke." But with all due respect to the champ, I'm about 1,000% sure that that doesn't apply to the human smoke show that is figure superstar Bojana Vasiljevic. 2 weeks out from making her first trip to the Vancouver Pro, the two-time Olympian seems like she's ready to come in and throw some sort of haymaker that would make the former heavyweight champ proud. Last month we saw Bojana put together the most complete look of her entire career back at the Pittsburgh Pro. So if she touches up on a few minor details and really hits the mark here, career win number 2 would definitely be within striking distance. I'm a firm believer that winning in anything, whether it be bodybuilding or otherwise, first and foremost starts with the mindset that we wake up with every day. And if there's one thing I've learned about Classic Physique rookie Amit Roy over these last few years, is that this guy is a prime example of what it means to have a winning mentality. Less than 2 weeks away from hitting the stage for the second time this season at the Chicago Pro, the former North American champ looks like he's ready to bring the heat. Even though he wasn't happy with his placing at the New York Pro, Roy did come out and prove that he had what it takes to stand in there and trade shots with some of the best in the business. So as long as he can take what he's learned from that process and apply it to round 2 of his rookie experience, I don't see any reason why he can't be in the running for a spot in the first call-out. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.